Hey fellow Brainiacs, Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to The Altars. Episode 4, The Scientific Altar. Socializing in the evenings. Being tired slows your work, but doesn't have an impact on your social life. You still have enough energy to socialize with your altars. So, good to know. I'll finish that later. And, ooh, technician wants to talk. And you can see on the top left, he has like a chat icon.
Hey, I found this. I brought it on this mission, but thought that maybe it could mean something to you too. My lava lamp? You kept it? Sure. It's one of a few cool keepsakes from our childhood. Yeah. Mom and I like to sit by it in the evening, talking and joking. It reminds me of that period when life was challenging, but also really fucking great.
Well, that might have made him a little happier. Yep. Alright, it is radiation time outside, so I'm not going to be able to go out at the moment. So let's go to sleep.
Got a minute? We need to talk.
He's in the kitchen. You look tired.
Whoa, you look tired, man. Everything okay? I don't know. Maybe it's got something to do with sleeping on the floor? Oh, I hadn't thought of that. Of course not. You have your cozy captain's bed.
I'll get you a dormitory, or we can't afford anything more right for now. You guys... Oh, wow, you can change your vote? Neat.
All right. No need to be so dramatic about it. I'll get you a proper dorm. Sounds like a promise.
It's an optional task. But overwhelmingly you guys want me to do it, so let's do it. Failed. And we have a dormitory here. And let's see. There we go. Dorm is done. It did use up a lot of the metal that we have. But luckily, we happen to have a outpost to mine metal, so it's not a problem. All right, that's as much as I'm going to mine for today. Let's go exploring. So I have not been this way yet. So we've got some more shallow organics. And rupidium.
These loose rocks look like they might be passable. If only I had a tool to drill through them.
Here's some shallow rupidium. And I might as well extract this too while I'm here. So loose rocks form terrain blockers like this one, and if we had a Vitara drill, we could drill through this and open up the way. No storage space. Okay, got it. Storage is full. Let's do something about that. And it looks like Jan wants to talk to us. He's mining organics in the organics outpost. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. Retire a drill. I'll queue one up.
Hey man, we're running out of storage space.
Alright, we are fully out of storage space. So let's go ahead and build, oh, you know what? I don't have the metals to build additional storage. What filled our storage up so much? Let's see. If I go to tab and go to storage, I can see the volume of rad filters is filling it up quite a bit. Repair kits and pylons. One thing I could do as a stopgap measure, and let's just do this, is drop a bunch of pylons outside. And that will free up some storage. And I can always recall the pylons later. Easy peasy. They're not in my storage container anymore. So we have more storage. Alright, let's go ahead and get a little bit more metals before the day is up. Done. And then get back inside. Okay. Jan wants to talk to us. Or technician, I should say. I built a dorm.
Hey, I built that dormitory you asked for.
Hallelujah.
I hope you sleep well tonight. I'll sleep like a full-fledged member of an advanced civilization. Sweet dreams, then.
Alright, because we keep butting up against our storage max, I'm also going to build another small storage, and I'll put it here. It does increase our journey cost, but it's going to be nice to have a little bit more storage to be able to play with, I think. Alright, it is almost end of day. And the other thing I wanted to do... So, here's the captain's cabin. I'll have it off of the... No, I'm going to keep it off the airlock. Oh, I'm in the womb. That's not where I want to be. So we're completely out of metals. Which is going to be maybe the focus. And what I could do is I can have Jan the technician perhaps head to the enriched mining outpost today, because we have a lot of fuel stored. So if I hit tab and go to assignments, the enriched metals outpost will be Jan's workplace today. The other thing I wanted to do is to be able to get through some of the rocks that were out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the priority for the Vertera drill and build that first. Yeah, I might as well get the rad filter. Done. Okay. Let's check how much radiation filters I have. We got 6 days, 13 hours worth. That's pretty good. So, taking a look. There is, near the organics outpost, some unexplored territory, and I just want to fill out the map more. So I haven't been up this way yet. Got more shallow organics. But I'm not on the other side of the lava yet. This is a bit of a train block too. Can't go that way. It's a rock blockade at the top of a climbable cliff that we will need to clear some other way. So,
These loose rocks look like they might be passable.
let's melt our way through.
Only I had a tool to drill through them.
Yes. Got through the rocks. Here's some shallow metals. I'm actually going to hit the shallow metals because we're out of metals back at base, and shallow metals are the fastest to collect. So now we have 72 metals back at base. There's a cave here which links to the rupidium that we found. So there's a deep deposit of rupidium over here. Previously, in our last location, all there was a surface deposit of rupidium, so we can deep drill rupidium here if we so choose. I'll go up here to collect all the loose rupidium that's on the ground. We have 85 of it so far. 88. 91. And there's a climb here, which is blocked at the top as well, so I won't be able to climb that. Alright, wants me to get a good vantage point and look around. Let's try to find a good vantage point.
Okay. This is not good. We are surrounded. Damn it. So much for Plan B.
Alright, we need to find a way out and develop a new plan. There is another melt spot. The game's also telling me about a travel pylon, which allows me to fast travel as needed. More surface metals. Although my storage is nearly full, I might want not to get the surface metals just yet. And here is minerals, which is a new resource, which is needed for some of the buildings as well. There's also a melt point here, which leads to the rupidium deposit below. And let's just keep exploring for now. Hey JD, thank you for the resub. And Bell for the raid. You're welcome.
Hey, what's this? It's triggering the alert in my suit. I need to learn more about this thing.
So there are some anomalies here. And my suit's telling me to stay away from them. I'm trying to collect the resources while staying clear. Easier said than done. And I'm just trying to survey everything. So we've got a climb point here, which leads to a mineral deposit. And our storage is at 573 out of 600, so it's it might be time to plan to build something, because we're running out of room. Oh, a pot!
That must be another one of those cargo drops. Except that doesn't look like the crew's personal luggage.
A damaged chip.
Might be worth checking out. Huh. Looks like some kind of device. Maybe there's a way I could use it.
Shallow metals. And another climb point.
Hey man, we're running out of storage space.
Okay. Other Jan, have you go to the organics outpost. Because our storage is full, but organics are not.
Nice. I don't know that movie. Hey, is that one following me? What the hell? What is this? Another anomaly? Huh? It looks out of this world.
All right. So I'm out of suit energy, so I won't be able to keep going. But we have mapped a whole lot of this terrain, and it's trying to murder me. So, not oh, God. Storage is full, I forgot. All right, let's stay away from these. I think at this point it'd be wise, because of all the terrain blockers, to get more Vatera drill cartridges, so that we can clear more of the impassable terrain. But also possibly to develop a new plan and find an altar who knows something about anomalies. Lucky keychain and a rubber duck.
Jeez, I packed a lot of stuff.
The tech is at the organics outpost, not the mining outpost. All right, the base should be... Oh, I can't pass that way. Over in this direction. Some more melt rocks that I can't get past. And, is there a way out? Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh, Jan, why are you there? Organics, man. So let's use up some of our resources. Look at this network of pylons. Alright, the other optional task is show the device to the technician. The weird chip thing that we had. So let's see. If we need to use up some resources, let's build a research lab off of the womb. There we go, research lab. And then the research lab needs a scientist. But here are the researchers that we have so far. We've got a recycler, which allows us to recycle what we use for organics and more base maintenance. Mining better, and cheaper batteries. Suit batteries. So if we need to find an alter who knows something about anomalies, let's go take a look. Here's the alters that we can have. So right now, our quantum computer is qubit level 1. And it requires qubit level 3 to make a doctor. The technician we already have. The miner is a qubit level 1, and we could make a miner. The refiner is qubit level 1. The guard is qubit level 3. The botanist is qubit level 1. And then the scientist is qubit level 1. Someone that knows something about anomalies would definitely be the path of science. So this diverges when in our history, we decided to take a job instead of pursue a PhD. So we're going to do the path of science pursuing a PhD instead. All right. So instead of going for a better job, we take a path of science. Research comes first, and we leave Lena for our PhD. Drift apart from Lena and immerse ourselves in work. Find a breakthrough tech. Research following the contributions of Rapidium. Both Lena and I changed. And then reach the pinnacle of our research where we need to take a contract with Ally Corp. On board with Ally Corp. And then on board with Project Ollie. And it will be, the science will be on about 8 hours. All right, we have some more storage space after building the research lab. Let's see, is there anything else we can build? I know I wanted some more Vertera cartridges. So there's a greenhouse if we want to improve the food that we have, a refinery to be able to enrich metals into other resources. There's a social room and an infirmary, which requires more minerals, and I don't have a minerals outpost yet. I think immediately I want that Vertera cartridges so that we can traverse the terrain a little bit better. So here's drill cartridges. I'll queue up 3 of them. Here we go. Gonna finish the last one. Jan the Technician. I would like you to do enriched metals tomorrow. And how much longer in the womb does that you need to cook?
What's up?
Oh, hey, bud. I'll talk to him in a moment. So this is going to be a tomorrow scientist. In terms of research, let's see. I'm going to get the recycler queued up initially, but that might change. So research requires a scientist to work in the research lab. And he went to the dorm.
Look what I found. Any idea what it could be? Let's see. It looks like a qubit chip. Qubit chip? Yeah. Like an enhanced storage for quantum computing operations. It could be useful for increasing the efficiency of our QC unit. Not to mention accessing new tech in the research lab. It looks broken. Perceptive. A little love in the workshop should get it up and running. Gotcha. Thanks. Okay. I went beyond the rocks. It doesn't look good. The lava river is vast as hell. I'll be straight with you. There's no way around it. Holy shit. What now? I guess we need to get across somehow. Any ideas up your smart-ass sleeve? So now I'm smart, huh? Still, even I might not be enough. But a smarter version of us? Yeah, he could do the trick. The scientist. He could look for a solution in that research lab you built. Okay, let's give it a go.
Okay. Research a solution for crossing the lava river. So, opening up the research, there is the crossing the lava river, estimated time of 10 hours of research, and then afterwards we'll get the recycling. Additionally, there is the qubit chip repair, but that costs more metals than I currently have. So we're going to have to collect some metals tomorrow. All right. Boom time. New altar is ready.
Hey, how are you feeling? Well, I'll be damned. You okay? Surprisingly okay. Especially considering what I'm seeing. Very clearly. Good. Do you, remember your name? Of course. But... I think you know perfectly well who I am. So let's not waste time. Just tell me, how much did you find? What? How much rupidium is there? Did we get a breakthrough?
A lot, or that's not the most important thing? A lot, huh? Alright.
Yeah, you bet. There's a lot of it. Good. That's good. Wait, how do you know? Well, Isn't it obvious? I wake up seeing someone who looks and sounds like me, which has to mean we share the same DNA. Then there's the glasses. What about them? They're fake. Probably just manufactured to make me feel more like myself, but completely unnecessary otherwise, because here I am with perfectly good eyesight in the womb module, which could only lead to one conclusion: that my body was created to replicate someone who doesn't wear glasses. You. And to do that, of course, you would need to have found rubidium. Besides, I can see no other explanation for a sheep inside a space base. Correct me if I'm wrong.
You're wrong, we're not copies, or you're right, it's impressive.
Wow, you're right. It's impressive. I did create you out of my DNA. We're not identical, of course. I can see you're not as quick to process information. And that's the interesting part. Yeah. Our bodies are the same, but our minds are not. I needed a scientist on board. But there's always a scientist on board. So, what went wrong? The old crew is gone. They're all dead. That's why I needed to alter myself into different versions. With the use of the quantum computer on board and something called mind records. Oh, I see. A recalculated mind based on an infinite amount of variables to contain the desired consciousness in a biological vessel. That actually sounds plausible. So, what do you need from me now?
Get to work immediately, or get some rest first.
You have to get our research lab running at once. We need to make some improvements fast if we want to succeed. Then I guess the sooner I start, the better. You're right. Why don't you start with going through the mission logs? I need to get the full picture first. My thoughts exactly. Good. This might work.
Alright, so, hi, scientist. Let's go ahead and fix the qubit chip. That should be pretty easy. All we need for that is a little bit of metals. There is shallow metals over here, but I think I'm just gonna mine up some deep metals instead. That's enough. And I'll set up the assigned scientist. True. So assignments, research lab, scientist. Done. Oh, the altars have gathered in the kitchen. All right.
I'm also Jan, obviously. This will never not be weird. Anyway, make yourself at home. Cheers. I made a curious discovery. Really? Tell me. It seems there are places on this planet where strange distortions are happening. Some of them emit very high levels of radiation, while others, not so much. Yes. We could have expected to come across something like that sooner or later, according to reports from previous missions. Unidentified sources of radiation, unexplained electromagnetic field anomalies, distortions of matter, space, or even gravity. What are they? According to a bold theory fleshed out by Professor Frankov, they may be instances of the so-called interral. The what? Interral. In very simple terms, it's a non-coincidental superposition of potential universes. We don't know exactly why it occurs, but observations prove that under certain, not yet specified conditions, two or more parallel landscapes can coexist within a common quantum field, creating a so-called proximity plane.
Yeah, it felt totally like it. You believe in such crazy theories, or I better stay clear of it?
Whatever it is, doesn't sound like something I'd want to walk into again. Yes, it's fascinating, but it can be dangerous. If, and I stress if, Professor Frankov's intuition is right, then the distortion you have encountered could have been a puncture point, the spot where the proximity plane intersects with our observed universe, subverting its physical balance and distorting the rules of Newtonian mechanics. Question is, are they the cause or the reason of so much rupidium here? I'd like to study them more. So would I. And for that, we'll have to design our own tools. Do you have anything specific in mind? Let me think about it. I need to look through Professor Frankov's lectures, as well as notes from other expeditions. We have a theory. I just need to find a way to put it into practice.
All right. Heading down to research. Let's manage the queue a little bit. So we've got crossing the lava river, but then afterwards, I'm going to do the internal analysis tool. All right. I did collect the metals we needed for the qubit chip, so let's queue that up as well. Repairing that. And then installing it in the QC. Upgrade to level 2. Sweet. Question for you guys. Should I womb another altar or wait for later? What do you guys think? Cheers. And it also looks like the scientist wants to talk to us again. So back to the lab.
I ran into another anomaly. This one was different. It was like this distortion was closing in on me, as if I was pulling it toward me. How extraordinary. Maybe its magnetic field is interacting with your suit. Yeah, well, running away from it was no fun. Keeping clear of it is the only thing you can do for now. Let's keep collecting observations. I feel we're onto something groundbreaking here.
All right. If you guys want me, well, I'll leave this up a little bit longer. I'm going to go out to the airlock and let's go ahead and collect maybe shallow metals. I do believe that I have a bunch of cartridges, right? I have 3 drill cartridges. So yeah. We'll go here. Oh, that's a rock blockade. So we'll have to go from the minerals deposit up from here. Okay, so I'm going to travel to the radioactive minerals zone and work my way south. And here, as you can see, Jan, the technician, is dutifully working. Rylan, thank you for the resub. Alright, so there's a rock blockade here. We're gonna melt it. Alright, so this is the deep rupidium zone. which we could set up all these pylons that I dropped to allow us to deep drill rubidium. There's also shallow rubidium over this way that we could collect manually, but for the moment, I'm mostly after metals because we're out of metals. Jan is at the metals collection point. This blocker up here is impassable. I'm going to have to go the long way around and melt it from behind. Alright, so this is roughly where the anomalies are in this direction. And then back this way is where the rubidium deep deposit is. Plus the metals I wanted to collect. Okay, opened the way. Nice. We don't need any more organics at the moment, so I'm not going to worry about that. You guys want me to add another altar later? Not immediately. Copy that. And let's set up some more infrastructure in our base, because we are definitely missing some rooms. And I could also pull some of these pylons too. Now that we have the storage... Actually, I don't have a lot of storage space. We're almost full, but that's okay, because I'm about to spend some resources here in a moment. Alright, build. So we know we're going to want a refinery at some point, so let's put the refinery off of the workshop. And then the only other things we have not yet built is the social room and the infirmary. And I think what I want to do at this point is to try to set up a minerals drill. Because if we want to build anything more, we're going to need access to minerals. And most of the minerals that are available right now have already been collected. So if I want more minerals, I'm going to need to build another mining outpost and then do it that way. I don't think I have enough pylons for that. Additionally, if you're wondering about the refinery, let's go over to the refinery and I'll show you some of the options there. So that is one floor up. No, I was just in the refinery. No, that's not what I wanted to do. So here's a refinery where we can refine metals and organics. So we take the enriched metals and separate them out. And in this case, what I can do is just set to infinite. So we always take the enriched and split them. And it would look like that, where we get 5 resources out of the or 10 resources out of the 5. All right, now we don't have a lot of time left in the day, but the minerals deposit's over here, and it's probably fastest to go through the rubidium zone. And one of the advantages of going through the rubidium zone is if we then want to deep drill or drill up rubidium, we'll have the pylon network running through the rubidium zone, allowing us to very easily set up infrastructure drills there. The other thing, of course, I could have done, which I didn't, but I could have, would be to pull a mining outpost from somewhere else because you can always remove them pretty easily. Okay, the pylon will be able to make the climb. Good. Now the minerals are down there. Here we go. And I'm out of pylons, but we have a little bit of time left in the day. I would like to... Whoa, we have all these anomalies. I would like to polygon scan this area. And I'll do one scan wave just to get the direction of where the where it might be. So here we go. Scan wave says it's this direction. And that was the last of my suit power. So I'm not going to be able to like climb that ledge. But there we go. We got the mineral zones found right there. Perfect. So then once we oh, you know what I could do? And this will save on space. Set up the mining outpost now, and it's one pylon short of being connected. But we have radiation coming in 50 seconds, so I definitely don't want to stick around for that. Does the fast travel work as a relay? Yeah, but I don't have any of them. I've not made one. And we're home. Thank you for tuning in to The Alters, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. But please keep in mind I've asked for no backseating and no spoiler, so if you could respect that, that would be great. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow alters.